Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today is my first non-book review video, so I'm very excited about that. Today I will discuss all the different types of writing systems that exist. And what I mean by this statement is the categorization of the writing systems that exist. For example, have you ever looked at hieroglyphics and the Latin alphabet at the same time and wondered, how are they different? What does it mean? For those who don't know, are hieroglyphics an alphabet or are they not? Are there other alphabets that exist? Well, your answers will be solved through this video, and I highly recommend you watch till the end so you get a full comprehension of writing systems that exist in our wonderful world. There are two main categories that we can divide all writing systems in the world into. There are alphabetic systems and non-alphabetical systems. But these are so broad they can be divided up even more. So let's start with the definition of a writing system. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, the definition of a writing system is any convention system or marks or signs that represents the utterance of a language. This definition basically means that a writing system is made up of either signs or marks that have a corresponding sound. When signs or marks are put together, they form words, sentences, paragraphs, and texts. Thus, writing is a visual representation of a language, and it is a crucial part of history and humanity, as writing allows for education and the spread of ideas. It also helps historians to understand and past cultures that have ceased to exist, so that we may learn from them for our present society. The first category of a writing system I would like to discuss today is the alphabetical system, which is defined by Encyclopedia Britannica as a set of graphs or characters used to represent the phonemic structure of a language. In most alphabets, the characters are arranged in a definite order or sequence, such as A, B, C, etc. In the usual case, each alphabetical character represents either a consonant or a vowel rather than a syllable or a group of consonants and vowels. Thus, an alphabet is basically a writing system that uses a sign to represent a single sound in the language. However, this category is very broad, and there's multiple different alphabets, so we can make even smaller categories. Thus, there are three subcategories of alphabets. There's phonemic alphabets, otherwise known as true alphabets, abjads, and abugidas. First off, I would like to discuss what is a phonemic alphabet, or simply alphabet, or true alphabet. A phonemic alphabet is an alphabet that you, our viewers, are probably most comfortable with, as it is how the English language is written in the Latin alphabet, which is a phonemic alphabet. So a phonemic alphabet is an alphabet that has letters which correspond to either a consonant or a vowel. Sometimes a letter may represent a single word, like in Armenian, with the letter sh, which represents the sh sound, which in English, it would be represented with an S and an H. The main phonemic alphabets are the Latin and Cyrillic alphabets, which write a multitude of language. The Cyrillic is infamous for its Russian, Ukrainian, and many Slavic languages, whereas Latin is for the Romance languages such as French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, and also Germanic languages such as German and English. Fun fact about the phonemic alphabets: the name alphabet comes from the combination of the first two letters found in the Greek phonemic alphabet, alpha and beta, which combined make alphabet. Next, there is the subcategory of an alphabet, which is called an abjad, also known as a consonant alphabet, and is named such because it is an alphabet where the letters represent consonants, not vowels, like Phoenician. However, some abjads do have a few vowels in the alphabet and diacritics to represent the vowels, like Arabic and Hebrew. Thus, they're not considered true abjads, but they are nonetheless an abjad. For these languages, using fully vowel words appears typically only in religious or elementary texts. For example, we will go over Arabic as it's a language that I know how to read and write in. And for a fully vocalized word in Arabic is jazar, meaning carrot, but it is typically written without the diacritics. So you're missing the vowels and it's purely the consonants. So it's the j, z, and r sound instead of the vowels being added to make jazar. This word means carrot, but if it's written without the vowels, like here, and without context, it can be very confusing to figure out what it means, because this word could also mean, with different vowelings, low tide to slaughter and to ebb. So it makes writing very confusing. The main languages still in existence today that use an abjad are Arabic, Hebrew, and Surith, otherwise known as Assyrian. But most ancient alphabets used abjad, notably Phoenician, which is where almost every alphabet comes from, which will be in another video. In addition, the word abjad comes from the first letters in the historic Arabic alphabet, not to be confused with the modern Arabic alphabet, which uses a different ordering. And the first letters would be alif, ba, jim, and dal, thus making abjad. Simple, fun, and educational. Finally, the last subcategory of an alphabet is an abugida, also known as syllabic alphabets or alpha syllabary. An abugida contains consonants that have an inherent vowel that form a syllable. So unlike previous abjad and true alphabets, they have a syllable that is a letter. Keep this in mind. To change or to remove the vowel, one would use diacritics and adaptations to the base letter. Moreover, the use of the vowel letters are used when there is a vowel that is by itself or preceding a syllable. A notable example of abugida is Devanagari, which is used in many languages such as Hindi. And another notable abugida is Thai. But how do they fully work? Well, I'll give you an example from Devanagari. The letter pa can become pu by adding a stroke underneath the letter and p by adding a stroke on the left and above the basic letter, along with other variants of the letter. So from one base letter, you get multiple different letters by adapting the base letter. So that is it for our alphabet section. Now for non-alphabetical writing systems, which includes any writing system that does not fit the definition of an alphabet. As discussed previously, the categories of non-alphabetical writing systems can be split into two. They are syllabaries and semanto-phonetics. Firstly, there is the syllabary type of writing system, which is comprised of symbols that illustrates a syllable. Common syllabary systems are katakana and hiragana for Japanese, Cree syllabics, Cherokee or Tsalagi, Yi, and Vei. One may be wondering, what's the difference between a syllabary type of writing system and an abugida? Very good question. Well, abugidas have a base letter and the vowels are adapted from it. Syllabaries do not. Thus, it leaves an infinite possibility to the amount of letters and sound combinations that are available. Then lastly, there is semanto-phonetic writing systems, which also could be called logographic, logophonetic, logosyllabic, or morphophonemic writing systems. The symbols in these systems convey not only sound, but also a meaning. Consequently, there is technically no limit to the amount of symbols used in the language. Currently, the semantics-phonetic scripts that are still commonly used are Zhongwen for Chinese and Nihongo for Japanese. However, many ancient writing systems were semanto-phonetic writing systems, such as ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs and cuneiform. Furthermore, there are 4 types of symbols found in semanto-phonetic writing systems. They are pictograms, logograms, ideograms, and compound characters. So, pictograms, also known as pictographs, are symbols that are similar to the thing that they are representing. For example, it is common in hieroglyphics for this to be the case. Next, there are logograms. And they are symbols that illustrate a part of a word or the word itself, like Chinese characters, which have changed over time to be more stylish. However, at the beginning, they were pictograms. So logograms are basically pictograms that have evolved over time. There are also ideograms, also known as ideographs, which are different symbols that illustrate abstract ideas in a graphic way. Ideograms are found in Chinese characters and are most notably used for numbers in Chinese languages. Lastly, there are compound characters, which are symbols that have semantic elements, hints to the meaning and phonetic elements that allude to their pronunciation. Again, this is common in Chinese characters. Finally, it is important to note that some writing systems are not fully deciphered or not deciphered at all and do not fit in any of these categories as mentioned in the video. Because of that. And I encourage everyone out there to study languages and alphabets to figure out and decipher these different writing systems so that we have a better understanding of humanity as a whole. Also, it is a notable mention that Braille is a different type of notation system for language that is separate to writing, as in script writing. Well, that is it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned something, most importantly, about the different writing systems of our wonderful world. Well, if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more similar content. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.